U.S. President Donald Trump made a move to terminate all remaining federal contracts with Harvard University, ratcheting up his feud with the Ivy League school. That's according to a letter scheduled to be sent to federal agencies on Tuesday, which was reviewed by Reuters and first reported by the New York Times. One source said the contracts are valued at $100 million. The letter cites concerns over racial discrimination in admissions, alleged discriminatory hiring practices, and failure to protect Jewish students from harassment. Harvard did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Since last month, the Trump administration has frozen approximately $3.2 billion in grants and contracts awarded to the university for, among other things, scientific and engineering research. Trump said in a Truth Social post Monday he is considering giving that money to trade schools. Meanwhile, his administration has also attempted to block Harvard's ability to enroll international students.
How is this going to impact Harvard? Immensely.
Presidential historian and Florida Atlantic University Associate Professor Nicole Anslover says the potential loss of overseas students, who make up about a quarter of Harvard's enrollment, would devastate the university, as many of them pay full price to attend.
Tuition dollars don't go into endowments. Tuition money is used for things like student aid, student programs, payroll, paying staff, paying faculty, and so the loss of tuition is not going to hurt Harvard's endowment. It's going to hurt their ability to take care of the students, faculty, and staff that they have.
Emory University professor and immigration lawyer Charles Cuck sees a wider aim for the Trump administration.
Perhaps this was not necessarily just about Harvard. This was a message to all of higher education, that you have to come into line with the thinking of what this administration thinks higher education should be.
Last week, a federal judge in Boston temporarily blocked the Trump administration from revoking Harvard's foreign student enrollment. A hearing is scheduled for Thursday on whether to extend that temporary restraining order.
As temperatures soar in Basra in southern Iraq, this seawater salt factory embraces the heat. The Basra Salt Factory uses large concentration basins to harness seawater and produce salt, a process sped up by high temperatures brought on by climate change. Hussam Al-Akili, the plant's production manager, says hotter temperatures lead to faster production and a better quality of salt.
The higher the temperatures, the higher the degree of evaporation, so the concentration increases. From the concentration basins, we must pump water for it to crystallize. In the crystallization basins, the salt crystals begin to form.
Producing salt from seawater is considered less harmful to the environment than rock salt mining, because it doesn't require blasting or deep extraction. But experts warn large-scale salt harvesting from seawater can disrupt coastal ecosystems. Improper disposal of the byproducts can pollute coasts and harm marine biodiversity. Mishtaq Idan, a professor at Basra University, warns modest industrial gains from higher temperatures pale in comparison to the broader impacts of climate change, such as the migration of people and wildlife from coastal areas. Iraq is among the most vulnerable countries in the world to climate change, according to the UN, because it's at risk of water scarcity, drought, and extreme temperatures.
At least 5 people were killed when a chemical plant exploded in China's Shandong province on Tuesday. Reuters was able to verify the social media video of the damage after the blast. A day later, Reuters saw smoke was still rising from the wreckage of the facility, though officials said the fire had been contained. According to state media, 6 people remain missing and 19 people were injured as of Wednesday morning. The plant was owned by Shandong Yutao Chemical in the city of Gaomi, not far from China's eastern coast. The blast happened around noon Tuesday. Hours later, China's Emergency Response Authority said that more than 200 emergency workers responded to the incident. Fire engines were seen in drone videos aired by Chinese state TV. Local officials said they had conducted air quality checks but had not released results by Wednesday afternoon. According to Shandong Yutao Chemicals website, the plant makes chemicals for pesticides and pharmaceuticals and employs more than 300 people. Tuesday's events are not the only explosion at Chinese chemical plants in recent years. Last year saw one in the northwest region of Ningxia, and there was another in the southeastern province of Jiangxi in 2023.
Could these bricks, made entirely from recycled construction material, be the answer to a more eco-friendly building industry?
This, for all intents and purposes, looks like gravel, but actually what you're seeing here is old bricks, old rubble, old stone.
Compared to traditional clay bricks, Kenotech says its K-bricks produce 95% less carbon emissions. Here is Dr. Sam Chapman, Kenotech's co-founder and executive director.
Construction industry is currently a very large impactor on carbon emissions globally, but the K-brick can really help towards reducing the embodied carbon associated with new projects.
Embodied carbon refers to all the CO2 emitted from a product's whole life cycle. It can account for over half of the building's total carbon footprint. Yet much of the world's regulatory focus is on operational carbon. Kenotech's head of business development, Lucy Black, says traditional building materials are finite resources that have to be excavated and are carbon heavy.
But through using recycled materials and a very low carbon, low energy production process which involves no firing, we have a unique product, but one that performs technically like a traditional building brick.
A standard two-bedroom British house requires about 12,000 bricks. According to Kenotech, switching to K-bricks would slash carbon emissions from around 6 to 0.2 tons. That's about the same as taking a petrol-powered car off the road for a whole year. On top of that, Black says the K-brick crucially saves construction, demolition and excavation waste from piling up in landfills. They account for up to 65% of the UK's total waste. While the K-brick is a premium product with a price comparable to reclaimed and specialty bricks, the company says it expects the price to fall as volumes go up.
We are dying of hunger. The children are saying, "Father, I want to eat, so I want to sell even my blood to feed them." We can't find anything to eat. I saw the youth running, so I wanted to come. Some were afraid, but I thought, let it be. I need to feed the children. We have starved, died. Stop the war.